Hi everyone, welcome to Bring Life Indoors. Today I thought I'll talk about plants that have been giving me issues for a while. But before I go into that, when I started with indoor plants, I must be honest, I was not clued up. So I learned as I went. So I'll literally just go into a garden shop, look around and read the tag and ask those who are there who knows plants if this will be suitable for my home and where should I put it in my home, what kind of lighting does it need and how to take care of it. At least I asked. I would make sure that I've never just picked up a plant and went home with it. Every time I saw the plant alive, I laughed. I would ask questions about it, and those questions: how much water does it need? Where should it be? In the sun or shade or low light or direct or indirect sun, things like that, and how to take care of it, how to take care of it, things like that. So, and I must be honest. So far, most of my plants have never given me issues, but that's offensive. But there has been a few that have given me issues, and I thought, why not talk about that today? I love these plants. Though they're giving me issues, I love them so much, and I'm not ready to give up on them. But there are some which I wouldn't call it give up, but I took time off them. Those are the ones I killed, and I never went back to buy it. And I thought, I'm just going to take a break, take time off them and not think about them much. But one day I still want to challenge myself a bit with them. And let's first talk about that one. This is just one. Well, I've killed a few. But the ones I've taken time off is just one, which is the umbrella plant. Now, my goodness, I've killed that plant. That one, I've killed it nice,
How?
It's one thing to say you drowned it or you didn't water it. But that one, I know I kept the watering schedule well. I looked well after it. It was in a spot where it was happy. But the mistake I did with it, which is so embarrassing. It is so embarrassing. But those were my early days. I was still learning and I was very excited with plants and planting because I love planting. I love it when my hands touches soil. Very exciting moment for me. But anyway, the worst thing I did to this plant was move it from one pot to the other, literally replanting it from one pot to the other. Every time when I feel I want it in this pot, then I'll take it out and I'll plant it in a new pot, when it's not ready to be repotted and it hasn't even settled in the new pot yet. At some point I even separated it. Oh Lord. At some point, I even separated it. Look, I think I gave it a shock of its life and it died on me. And I understood, when it died, I just knew this one, I can't blame it. I can't blame the plant. I have to blame myself, And so I've never bought it again. I've never went back and bought the umbrella plant, but I want to do that. I want to go back and buy it again. So yeah, that was that. And but the ones here are the ones they're still alive, but they're not happy. But they're alive. But they're not happy. So that is number one plant I killed. Literally, I killed. It didn't survive. I killed it. Right? And I never went back and bought another one. And number two plant I killed is Boston fern. Is this one. I killed it. Literally. It's not that this is recently. I bought this one recently. A few months ago I bought this one. Now the first one I bought, the spot where I put it was wrong altogether. It was getting way too much direct sun, way too much. So it got scorched, literally. And then it died. Yeah, it died. And I tried to save it, But then I put it in an area where it was getting too much draft, and only to realize that this plant does not tolerate draft. But it took me a while to realize that, because then when the first one died, I went to buy the second one. And after buying the second one, I put it exactly where I had moved the first one to. It was where it's not getting direct sun, but but again, the draft was too much for it, and it just died. It didn't grow beautifully. It lost leaves. It looked weird and funny, and at some point I chopped all of it off. I got so tired of it, and I chopped all of it off. I chopped everything off because it looked so ugly, so brown, and I chopped everything off. And I didn't move it away from that spot. I kept it on that spot, and my hope for chopping it off was that it will shoot new leaves. That didn't happen. It just died. So that's what I learned with this one. I learned that it does not tolerate drafts. So I moved it to my bathroom. I bought this one a few months ago, and I decided to keep it in my bathroom. It's been very happy, but I can't say I'm jumping up and down yet. I'm waiting to see it full, like completely fuller than this. Then I will start jumping up and down, and I'll say I have made it. So but the fact that it's still alive and is green, and I'm getting new shoots if I look in there, it means I'm doing something right? Yeah, so I'm very excited about it. So there you go. So I brought it to the front. This one is not giving me issues, but it was one of the plants that gave me issues. And I think I'm learning to understand it, and by so doing, this one seems to be happy with me, unlike the few which I killed. So yeah, there's the Boston fern, and the other one is Croton. Now, I did a video a while ago about Crotons when I was in the South Coast. So yeah, this is the first Croton I bought, and I keep on thinking of buying one. So I've told myself that I'm not buying another Croton until I've proven to myself that I can take care of this one and do it well. When I brought this Croton home, it looked full and beautiful and relatively big. And now, and when I came home with it, after a few weeks or so, or few months or so, it started losing leaves. I don't know. One thing I learned when I went back to the garden shop where I bought it, and they told me that it doesn't like to be moved around. And I know that's a mistake I did with it. I moved it around a lot, and it got upset with me. Very upset that it started losing leaves. I mean, it was happy, very happy, but my goodness, I wake up and there's a leaf, boom. So I stopped moving it around. And the day I decided to stop moving around, I counted the leaves that it had, and we were standing at 5. We're still standing at 5, and for me, that's a plus. I haven't lost any leaf yet. And to show you that it's happy where it is, I'm getting new shoots. If you look here, I'm getting new shoots. So I'm very excited. It means I'm doing something right, but it really gave me issues. There was a time I felt, you know what, I love Crotons, but So yeah, so it's in my bathroom where it's moist and humid and warm. That's why I keep them. So yeah, it's very happy there. And then the other one, which I haven't given up on, is Maidenhair fern. My goodness, this plant is fussy. It is so fussy. It is so fussy. It's not even funny. You know, when I bought it, it was a bit fuller than what it is now. I'm literally left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stems. Hi. Say I can say that's my daughter. She's busy preparing for exams. So yeah, that's my maidenhair fan.
Yeah, ne? Should I bring the charger that side?
So the maidenhair fan. I'm just asking my daughter to bring me a charger. My battery is low, so I don't want this to cut on me. So yeah, I love it, but it's not easy to take care of. It was in my bathroom. From the day I bought it, it was in my bathroom. Confession time. I forgot to water it. It's one of those that it doesn't want the soil to go dry, so you must keep it moist. And we went away. I didn't forget, we went away. And when I came back, it was not happy with me. So I had to cut out all the browns and stuff like that. Yeah, all the browns, and this is what I'm left with. So yeah, I'm still hoping I'll get it right because I really love this plant. I'm misting it like they say. I'm keeping the soil moist. I moved it to my kitchen because yes, we went away, but there's days where I think I do water it a bit way too late when the soil is already dry. But then I put it in the kitchen in a spot where I'll remember to water it, and constantly check it because I'm most of the time in the kitchen. So yeah, that's my maidenhair fan. I hope I'll get it right. But please, if you are out there and you have this plant at home and you know exactly how to take care of it and you're doing well, please share. I need help on this one. I really need help. These other ones, there's hope. This one, there's hope because there's 2 new leaves coming up. This one, there's hope because I'm getting new growth and it's lovely and green and everything. As for this one, I've been cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting and no, I don't know. I'm trusting God that I won't have to cut what is left of it. So yeah, I hope it will come back because I don't even see any new shoots. There's nothing that looks like it's new and all that when you look at the, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't just give up on it, but I'm not. I'm gonna hold on. Please don't give up on me. I won't give up on you, okay? I won't. Then let's talk about Calanthea. Now, when I bought this plant, it grew big. I mean, it was not that big, but then it was so happy at some point in my house. It was in the guest bathroom, and it was big. It was blooming. It was so beautiful. I don't know what went wrong. I never changed its spot. I never moved it. I continued to look after it the way I was looking after it. So I don't know what went wrong. It just started browning. The leaves started browning and everything. And I cleaned it up completely. And so far, this is what I'm left with. That's my son, Jonathan. Mommy's almost done, my love. So, this is what I'm left with. This is literally what I'm left with. But again, I'm not giving up on it because
I'm Jonathan.
The fact that I've had new growth, even you can see I've got new growth. Yeah. it's enough to get one excited and get one hopeful that something good will come out of it. All I did was I took it out of the pot that it was and I put it in a smaller pot and then moved it to my bathroom and left it alone. So yeah, there's hope on that one. Now the hopeless situation is this one. No, this is a hopeless situation. I mean, it doesn't get more hopeless than this, eh? If I asked you what plant do you think that's how hopeless it is, you won't know. I have to tell you. You see, with these ones, you look closely, you'll guess, or you will know without having to guess, and all the others. But as for this one,
I know it goes in my bedroom, but where in my bedroom?
Isn't it on your cupboard?
Can mom finish, my baby? Can I finish quickly?
It's not in my
Okay,
cupboard.
thank you. Can I finish quickly? Thank you. That's what happens when you do videos and kids are home, right? Anyway, so this is Solenostemon. Yep, it is Solenostemon. Yeah, it is. You know, I love this plant. It was on a video when I did a home tour. It was on my video clip when I did a home tour. The soil got attacked with worms, like it just started the leaf. Firstly, it was a worm, you know, that green worm that there was a day where I woke up and I just decided, no man, this plant is not looking well, and I decided, let me look at it and, you know, inspect it and check what is wrong. And there I found an enemy, a green worm. I don't like those little things. A green worm eating away my leaves. Fine, that's not a big deal for me because then you can deal with it. So I dealt with it. But then during the week, as time went on, there was no change. And I thought, okay, maybe let me take it out. Let me check the soil. You know, let me check the soil if there's nothing wrong with the soil, you know. And I took it out of the pot, I checked the soil, and to my surprise, it was just not nice looking worms. You know, there's worms you get excited to see in your soil because then it tells you your soil is healthy. That's a topic for another day. But there's other worms you find in your soil and you just know you need to take that soil and throw it away, because then it's not good for your plant. Those worms are just gonna feast on the roots of your plants, and that was what was happening with this plant. So it's not because I did something wrong with it. It was just one of those. It's one of those things that does happen with pot plants. It just does happen, you know. So yeah, and then so I did that. I took it out of that soil. I threw away the rest of the soil. I tried to clean it as much as possible from, you know, to make sure that whatever is left on it is not infected. And then I planted it in here. Then what I then decided, it was still not looking happy. Then I decided to chop it all off. So the reason I'm keeping this is to see if it will shoot up again. You can see something came up, but it's nothing to really write home about, to be honest, because it's like not happy looking either. So I want to see if something will come up, if it will shoot or not. You never know. Or if it's really dead. Maybe it's really dead. Jonathan, can Mama finish, please? Thank you. So yeah, so that's what I had for today. I thought I could just share with you plants that have been giving me issues, but I haven't given up on them. So I'll keep you informed as to how they are doing. But there we go. That's my Maidenhair fern. I'll keep you informed how it's doing. Hopefully, I'm trusting God that it will recover. And my Croton, so far so good. I'm very hopeful with this one. I'm very hopeful with my sword fern. I'm very hopeful with my Calanthea, but I'm not. I'm still, you know, watching it closely. You know, but I'm very hopeful. I'm very hopeful, and the one which I'm trying to be hopeful with is this one, you know, is this one. I don't quite know what to think of this one, but yeah, the fact that there's still green on it, it's exciting enough. So yeah, and as for this one, we'll see. I'm gonna keep it for a few more weeks and see if anything comes out of it. If nothing, then it's adios. I don't know if I'll get it again. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, those are the plants which have been giving me issues. I've never given up on them. I kept on going and going and going. And one thing I've learned is that when you don't give up quickly, you will be surprised that they do turn around. When you don't give up quickly and you continue to do what you should do, the plant eventually does turn around and life comes back and surprises you. So, but there are those which, no matter what you do, for some reason, that's it. You just have to say goodbye. You know, don't feel bad. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just say goodbye. And if you want to try it again, you go get another one, like I did with my sword fern, which is known as Boston fern. Yeah, you just keep trying until you get it right. And I think I'm getting it right now. So I'm very excited about that. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. And it was fun. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And for those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing. And remember to click the notification bell that you don't miss out on new uploads. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Please do so. It will mean a lot. And yeah, I'm gonna just ask them to say bye from where they are, because if I have to wait for them to come, do you think you can come and say goodbye, since well you were somehow in my video the whole time?
Bye.
There's Jonathan.
Don't forget my food name. My food name is Martinez Fabula.
There we go. Let's just say bye.
Bye.
Okay, those are my kids. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a lovely afternoon. God bless.